Everyone, how are we all doing? Hope you're all doing good. So on today's vlog, we're going to cook dinner for the family. I started off by soaking my dry fish with hot water and salt. Then I proceeded by peeling the yam I was going to use to make the soup. After I was done peeling the yam, I poured in water, then proceeded to putting it on fire. Went ahead to wash the meat I'm going to use for it. After I was done washing the meat, I proceeded to add in my salt, added one seasoning cube and my blended dry pepper. Added a little bit of water so that the meat will be able to cook. I put it on fire and checked on the yam to see if the yam has softened, but it hasn't. So I proceeded to wash in the mortar that I'm going to use to pound the yam. So after washing the mortar, I went ahead to wash my dry fish that I had soaked earlier. After I was done washing it, I still poured in salt and added cold water and allow it to sit there. At this point, our yam has cooked. So I proceeded to put in the yam in the mortar. Then I gave my daughter yam to eat. I went ahead to pound the yam. After I was done pounding the yam, I set it aside, put it in a plate and set it aside. Then I washed the mortar, cleaned the place I pounded the yam, checked on our meat, and the meat has cooked. Poured in the water that I'm going to use to cook the soup, then added my fish. That's one that I set aside. Then went on to add the yam as my thickener. Went in with more seasoning cube. I added 2 seasoning cube, by the way. Added salt, and then I added pepper too. Covered it, and while it is cooking, I set it on the other side of the burner. Went ahead to make the semo for it. Poured in water into the pot, put it on fire, then allow the water to boil before I started making the semo. While the semo was on fire, I checked on the soup to know if it has taken, but it hasn't. Then I tested it to know if I'm going to adjust anything, but it was okay. Then I covered it and proceeded to making in the semo. Once I was done turning it, I added a little bit of water and covered the semo. I allowed it to cook for a while, then went ahead, opened it and started turning it. At this point, I was done turning the semo, then I removed it from fire, then transferred my soup into the same side of the burner, then went ahead to dish in a plate. So after I was done dishing out the semo in a plate, I dished the one we're going to eat, then tied the remaining one in a nylon. After I was done, I had to head back to the soup. First of all, I washed what I used in making the semo, then set it aside and headed back to the soup to check if it has taken to my choice, but it hasn't. I still tested it to check if it was okay, and it was. Allowed it to cook some more, and at this point our food is ready. Thanks for watching. Bye.